the tree.
Jade, do you want to do a little summary for the Zehan for all the things he missed?
Yeah. So, we took a ferry and we got to Great Britain, and it's so cool. And
It's really
our
not.
our friend Cosima died though. He tripped on a cat and got pushed, and he folded, and he got head blunt damage, and he's dead. That's sad. He was also the
Oh.
lawyer, so Naruhodo had to be like, wait, I a law student, kind of. So this really imposing guy, male Strongheart's like, oh, you're a fucking lawyer. Defend this man. So we had to defend a combination of Ebenezer Scrooge and Willy Wonka. His name was Magnus McGilded. It still is Magnus McGilded. His name has not changed. So we defended him against a very imposing prosecutor. I forgot his name. I forgot his name.
No.
We went against the Reaper of the Bailey, who is infamous because even when found innocent, the people that he usually prosecutes ends up dead anyway.
Wow, one karma!
Because of
Nice
because
guy.
of their misgivings and bad stuff that they do. But we defended this man anyway when nobody else would. And it went a little weird. We got him declared innocent, but he was like laughing maniacally and clapping really loudly. It was really weird. We're not sure if he did it or not still. But we got him innocent. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And now we're here.
Oh yeah, tell him that the trial was a trial.
Oh yeah, it was a trial.
Oh my god.
We were in a
Yes.
court
I
with the
I'm
prosecutor.
just realizing we're going to have Saiyan. Yay!
Oh, Zehan is here?
That's in our
That's here!
No.
He just
No, I
unmuted
need-
me, and this whole time he's going, yay, completely unprompted.
No, guys. No, but he's going to do the characters. Yeah. We
Yay.
need him from the.
Yeah. I don't
The
know
Reaper.
if
Making every British character sound like you, Falcon.
Oh, Beric Venzix. Beric Venzix was his actual name. I don't know that we'll probably. It might be a little bit before we see him again.
Oh no.
Because from this point on, we are following the traditional Ace Attorney formula, so we have to do stuff before the case actually starts.
Oh no.
We aren't just going to be pushed into cases anymore.
I like Steve.
But we at least still have.
Oh my god.
We have Sholmes.
Okay,
Yeah, Sholmes.
So yeah, since the trial was a trial, basically the guy you think Lord Stronghearts said like, okay, so if you manage to win this trial, you can replace the dead guy. And,
Oh, that's what you meant. It was a
Yeah.
test. I thought you meant it was a court trial.
So did I. I was like, yes.
Yes, this is why his name is Wall.
yeah.
Yeah. Strongheart was like, "Oh, if you think you're so good, defend this man, and I'm gonna play with the fate of this person just to test you."
Oh my god. No.
That was a very funny miscommunication.
Yeah. The trial was trial. Yes, indeed.
Yes, the trial was a trial.
Gee.
Okay, let me test the sound. Why am I not here? What is going on? Okay, wait. Can someone say something?
No.
Yes, that sounds good.
Why do they call it oven when you oven the cold food about hot?
Because you put the food in first.
No.
But then you of out hot eat the food.
Okay, yeah, maybe I'm too tired. What the fuck?
No, don't worry, Zayon. That's the normal response. You're fine. Oh yeah, we haven't done this yet, have we?
Oh yes, we haven't gone back to the guy. Yeah.
26th February. I think that's the day Falcon asked me for a date.
Oh.
Did you say yes?
No.
Oh. Oh.
British
Oh.
Supreme Court.
Oh.
That's an accent, sorry. Here we are again.
Every time we visit here, the atmosphere in this place seems to get more and more barbaric.
It's literally the second time. Just think. We could be at home with Mr. Sholmes and Iris having a nice cozy... Who is Iris? Oh!
Iris is the pink-haired girl. with
Oh,
the-
yeah.
with The inventor of the gun thingies.
Yeah, we saw her like 5 seconds.
But we have a duty to report the outcome of the case, especially since we are guests here in Britain, in the land of the Skelly. So I'm afraid this visit couldn't have been avoided.
I suppose not, but is there even anyone here? You could hear a pin drop in this place. It's too solemn for its own good.
It's very quiet, isn't it? The only sound is the ticking of the great clock, as it keeps perfect time. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Bitter, 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 bitter. What was that, I wonder? The usual comforting sound of the clock seems to have been joined by a less comforting shuffling sound today. Tuck, tick, tuck, tick, tuck.
You're right, something disturbing the rhythmical ticking. It sounds rather like a fit middle-aged man running from pillar to post. Clumsily. Oh my god, what is this?
Oh, you call it unfit? I didn't expect this guy to show up here.
Inspector Gregson? What are you doing here?
We saw
my
this
God,
guy
it's
very
Flaky.
shortly in the animated cutscene that we ended on.
Oh, I forgot to rewatch it again because I'm not remember what it was.
What am I? Isn't it flaming obvious?
I guess we could... this has to be Zayan now.
That works.
Do your best British accent.
58 seconds remaining, Inspector.
Absolutely flawless. We'll have to talk later, sunshine.
Wow, it's like if he was really British.
He's got chips, guys. Yeah. Good morning, Lord Strongheart.
Wow, he's really looking first at his pocket watch today.
And a good morning to you. Business so early in the day?
Oh, yes, well, I mean, it's about the other day,
We are to deliver a report, Lord Strongheart, as our dealings with Mr. Natsume are now over.
Ah, yes. The little Japanese man. I've already cast my eyes over Van Zeek's
No. We shouldn't be doing this right now.
yeah, I was like, Japanese man? I don't think
How about
it's...
Natsume? We haven't met that man yet. So I guess they're not all.
I thought I'd somehow said something that bad. You guys were like, well,
Yeah, we need to cancel Zayon now.
Yeah, I thought it was like a report about McGill.
I can't believe Zayon
so
said the word
spoilers.
Japanese.
So spoilers, our next client is a Japanese man named Mr. Natsume.
Oh. Okay. Episode...
And boy, is
4.
he a character.
Yay, Kokoro.
I thought it was weird when Gregson showed up. Like, we haven't formally
Yeah,
met this
like-
man yet. It's so weird that there's not a escapade after the
Skelly! A Skelly in the middle
the
picture.
Gilded.
Yeah, yeah. It's a scale, guys.
It's just a
Yeah.
I
skull.
begin to think,
Yeah.
cousin, said Sholmes, turning his head languidly in my direction, that there is more to this case than that which we have observed. Indeed, that there may be another part to this story that we are yet to discover.
It's Seon's newest motion hangout.
His eyes wandered, following the steam rising from his cup of herbal tea, leading him to
Hey,
the distant
check this
memory
out.
of that snowy evening. To the young lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road, and to the knife in her back. Lit in the soft glow of gas.
Hello, Cricket.
Oh my god. Hello, Cricket!
Oh,
Yeah. Why you bully me, Skelly? No.
Why you bully me?
No.
No.
No, why?
Hey, it's my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Aw.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, yeah. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow.
Okay, now you're overselling me.
Ah. did you sleep last night, Mr. Narukuro?
No, not at all.
It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it? The rooms were so luxurious. It felt like we were staying in a palace. They had a kitchen, and it was an Airbnb. Yeah.
An Airbnb in like the Victorian era.
And with all the gas lights twinkling, it was brighter than day, even in the middle of the night.
What about the enormous beds? After my time on the SS Buria, I wasn't going to waste a single inch of the space. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other.
Oh yes, it really was the sort of night you can only dream of normally. Except... He had no washing machine. When I learned that we owed 3 pounds for the rooms, that dream quickly turned into a nightmare.
Oh no. £3. In this economy. The
Oh,
building was so
no.
impressive and the entrance so inviting, I just wondered.
3 fucking quid? That's nothing.
In a lodging house in Japan, that sum of money would put a roof over your head for a whole year. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't help my tears when we were presented with a bill. That cleaning fee, it's too high.
I'm really sorry.
Well, never mind. We must find some more affordable lodging straight away, though. Maybe in the ghetto. If we're not careful, our entire stipend will be used up in 10 days or less.
Ugh, London is a scary place.
Good morning. Oh,
I think
good morning to you at this early hour.
I
Okay,
think,
it's
I
only...
think this is imposing British man.
Yeah.
The one I was just playing, oh.
Yes. Lord Mail Strongheart.
Good morning to you at this early hour.
Yes, well, Christmas.
Feliz Navidad to you too.
Good morning to you, Mr. Mail. I mean, Lord Chief Justice. We have come to report on the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday.
Susan is amazing. She doesn't bat an eyelid, even in the presence of the imposing Lord Strongheart Daddy.
Did you just call me daddy out loud?
Yes, that is
Immediately after two.
Yes, I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation into British courtroom practices.
Oh, you fluster me, Mr. Strongheart. Yes, yes, very eye-opening. Just like your beautiful eyes.
Oh my god, yes, those eyes. And according to the instructions, Lost Drunkard. Mr. Naruto performed his duty to the end. He was a
Yes.
tryhard.
I've already been appraised of events. You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the test passed.
I love how fitting it is because he got like a summary of the story, and Zeon actually also had a summary of the story.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh!
No longer are you a student from the Empire of Japan. You may henceforth claim to be a fully fledged lawyer.
Oh, I'm British!
My country is delighted to welcome young talent from such a remote eastern land.
Thank you very much. So I'm a lawyer now.
Now, in view of your new appointment, I have a fresh case in mind for you. I'd like you to take it on at once. I trust that won't be a problem.
Another case? Already?
Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience. I'm sure I don't sense dissatisfaction, do I?
It's just that yesterday's trial ended. Usually, I haven't quite come to terms with it.
What's to come to terms with? The man was cleared. What more were you hoping for?
The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to prefer judgment. It's almost Christmas.
Well, Lord Van Six, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense.
I absolutely love how you make these voices. It's so perfect. It just makes me want to slap you. I just can't help wondering if Mr. McGuilty really was innocent.
Mr. Naruto.
It's just that I never managed to ascertain the truth. And then the trial ended.
Well, you need not let it trouble you for a second longer.
Sorry?
What do you mean, Lord Strongheart?
Magnus McGilded passed away immediately following the trial.
No!
Oh yeah, somebody set the thing that he was helping inspect on fire, and he was in it.
Oh.
Oh my god.
What? Mr. McGuilty is dead? Bird.
I forgot to mention that.
Shot by Manito Tinga.
I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Time enough to talk.
Oh, it's really you, Zayan. I don't understand. What happened? How can he be dead?
After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion at the Old Bailey.
Oh, it's okay, quick hint. Maybe next time.
As you'll presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom.
Yes, of course, that was the scene of the crime which Mr. McGuilty had been accused of.
Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flames.
No.
How could such a thing have happened?
That is being investigated as we speak, but the police have identified a corpse found inside the charred shell of the carriage as that of Mr. McGilded.
That's awful.
The man must have slipped inside whilst the bailiff's attention was elsewhere.
That bailiff really needs to pay more attention.
How could that? How could have that happened? How could that have happened? Sorry, I cannot turn for it.
That is also being investigated as we speak.
Thinking back now, immediately after the trial, Mr. McGilded did mention going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus.
Cue the pointless flashback.
Well, I must be making tracks now. Tis time for the inspection.
Sorry? What inspection?
They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself.
An inspection of the omnibus? Not to my knowledge. I don't believe Scotland Yard had any intention of re-examining the carriage.
But what is Mr. McGilty talking about?
Never mind that now. The Yard is making a thorough investigation. This matter is no longer any concern of yours. Leave it to the police.
Poor Mr. McGilded. He was so guilty.
So guilty.
So, how did you find your first taste of our country's Supreme Court?
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, it was... Wow!
Mr. Naruko means that the whole experience was steeped in the solemnity of Great Britain's long history. It's really a word apart from our own judicial system in Japan, which is only a few short seconds.
Christmas!
Yeah.
Wow, Susan has such a way with words.
Do you think so? And you seem to have a way of failing to find the right ones.
That's so ironic. That's...
That was perfectly timed.
The judicial system here is the most advanced in the world. Leave all you can. Learn all you can.
Okay, I see how it is.
Learn all you can.
Oh, okay, I'm leaving. The most advanced in the world. Is it? Is it really?
It was fortunate that your very first trial was a simple affair.
I don't know if I would call that simple.
Simple. That was simple.
Always timed well.
As I believe I mentioned yesterday morning, it was a trial you couldn't lose.
Fishy.
I don't mean to be contrary, Lord Daddy, but the case was anything but simple.
We might have Robotos joining us soon too.
Ooh.
The
circumstances of the case. Oh, sorry.
This is my line, mister.
In this case, just very good at impressions.
The circumstances of the case were so incriminating. I was stunned when I first heard them. In fact, I'm still finding it hard to believe that we managed to get a favorable verdict. Is something funny?
No, my apologies. However, the fact is that you did receive the not guilty verdict you set out to achieve. And that can only be attributed to exceptional talent, wouldn't you agree?
I mean, I am a superstar in this Coliseum.
Yes, Pete. You're my superstar.
Well, never mind. You exceeded my expectations, I freely admit. That much, at least, is an undeniable truth. Which is precisely why I have prepared the new case for you that I mentioned before.
What's going on? What was he going to say before?
Perhaps give us some more details about the new case you mentioned.
Don't tell me. It's a murder and the trial starts in 10 minutes.
You know, guy
Oh.
played this game before?
Don't worry, it's nothing so alarming or quite so urgent as your last assignment. In fact, this case is completely different.
Oh, I see. Did he just read my mind?
That is to say, no one has died as yet. And the trial will not be today. There's plenty of time to research the case thoroughly.
The gaze.
23 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds to be precise.
Ah, so the trial is tomorrow then. Can't you just fucking say tomorrow like a normal person?
No, he has to be very specific about the time because that's his character trait.
Is everything alright?
No, I'm bad at math.
No.
It's just
No.
this trial.
No.
Well, it's left me wondering if I'm really cut out for being a lawyer. Me 3 years ago.
No, but... Oh, Mr. Naruhodo.
It's so fun because someone just connected in their profile picture is...
Yeah, I saw the Ryan.
Oh, you saw it?
You should consider turning off those notifications, by the way.
It's not appearing on the stream. It's just for on Discord.
Oh, I thought I saw them pop up in previous streams. I'm not seeing them this time, though.
It's just this game is so weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could face standing in that courtroom again after McGilty's trial.
Ah, yes, I nearly forgot. There is one similarity with yesterday's case. Once again, there is currently no one to advocate for the defense.
Oh,
If the situation remains unchanged, the trial will start tomorrow with the defendant unrepresented. And if that happens, I need not remind you of the inevitable outcome.
Maybe he can defend himself.
Shut the fuck up.
Most the most terrible end awaits the defendant.
Yes,
That's-
that's right.
ah, Mamma Mia 2, here we go again.
Your time is up. You'll have to excuse me. I would advise you to begin making preparations for tomorrow's trial. After all, the clock is ever ticking.
That's a very fast 19 minutes.
There is now but 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 39 seconds until court sits.
Last time he mentioned the 23 hours, he said there was plenty of time.
And one more thing, Mr. Naruhodo. There is something I should like to ask you.
Oh, what's that? To ask me for a date?
Oh my.
Yesterday, you remarked upon something. That you intend to see through the will of your late compatriot, Mr. Asogi.
Did you have a date with him?
No.
I would be interested to hear what exactly you mean by that. Inside 34 seconds.
Oh well, Kazuma always used to say, you see that he wanted to learn how the greatest justice system in the world worked. He couldn't change wars in Japan. Now that he's gone, I'd like to work towards that myself. And there's another thing.
Oh, that was perfect.
Another thing? Continue.
On the way here, on the steamship, he said something to me. There's something. Oh yeah, good. Yes, yeah, Falcon, you can do it.
What? Me? Oh yes.
Do
There's
you
something
mainly
very
vote?
important that I have to. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Something very important? And what exactly would that be?
He never had a chance to tell me. I suppose he would have done it if you.
You're out of time. Well, thank you for enlightening discussion.
Mr. Naruto, what's all this about? Mr. Soki never once mentioned anything of the sort to me.
Because you weren't his roommate.
You were his
I urge you
roommate?
both to focus your attentions on the matter at hand. I've taken
Oh.
the liberty of summoning the police inspector in charge of the case.
I'm over here now.
He'll be able to appraise you of the details.
How long has he been there? It's like we moved in time.
So, I wish you the best of luck, and bid you farewell.
There's something very important that I have to do. Kazuma-sama, what do you mean? Did you
He
have to
was
go
a
to the
terrorist.
No, communism.
toilet? No.
I wish I knew, but honestly, he never told me. Anyway, we had better talk to the detective, don't you think?
Yes, you're right.
I mean, you don't have to. You can just go home. Please note the "I really wish I weren't here right now" button.
Boom, 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 boom.
Could we again, he looks a bit French. I mean, a bit because of the fries, but
I mean, he is European.
Oh my god! Guys, he's eating fish and chips.
Yes,
Oh.
Falcon has noted a very important characteristic of this person.
Yeah. But look, guys, it's not only fries. He's got a piece of fish. The big
Yeah.
one. That is...
And proper chunks
Falcon.
are taken out too. Until
Yeah.
Your, Falcon, your drawn last place skill in Disco Elysium being perception is no longer a surprise.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fish looks
Man,
just like the one
baby.
I brought back from London.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
because
like chips here.
I bought a fish and chips in a restaurant in London, but I couldn't finish it, so I put it in my pocket
Oh.
and brought it back to my room in Belgium.
I hope it at least had more polygons than this.
What? Polygons? I like polys.
The police had polygons.
No. Polygons.
No, fuck
What
the
do you
police! Ah! A lovely weather, isn't it?
What's the weather got to do with anything?
Oh,
Listen to me, young Japanese upstart.
are all the British that racist?
He's also ageist.
No.
Some frippery about the weather doesn't get every English gent eaten out of your hand, you know.
Oh, that's too sad. They said told me it was foolproof.
I'm a busy man. A very busy man.
I can see that.
It's crazy to investigate. Right here, how you're getting like a little a toilet.
Oh,
No.
I'm ever so sorry. He put it in
Can you
his pocket just
imagine?
like me.
Can you imagine what the other officers there will be saying? I haven't seen Gregson anywhere, have you? No, he's too busy with the bigwigs these days. All because of some bunkin who's here on a jaunt from a country I've never even heard of.
Be racist, sir.
Hear that meat sound? That's my reputation as a god going to terrorists.
Maybe she's American.
No.
There's no need to rip us apart as well.
I do believe we've been introduced. This is Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhiro, a defense lawyer and a fan of Yakuza.
Yakuza?
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Mr. Naruhiro's judicial assistant. So... Lovely weather we're having today, isn't it?
It is unseasonably fine, I grant you. London winters don't see a lot of sunshine.
Unbelievable! How did she put that out?
So, Lord Strongheart has asked me to fill you in on the case. The name's Tobias Gregson. Inspector Gregson to you. I'm from Scotland Yard.
Gregson! Inspector Gregson? Are you Greg's son? What's the matter?
It's Gregson.
Gee.
Does this detective's name mean something to her?
Inspector, are you perhaps...
Gay?
Bye, Inspector Gregson.
Inspector Gayson. You're acting like you know this man, Mr. Sado. But he's a London detective.
Of course. He's my favorite VTuber. Oh, do I know him? But very well, in fact.
Very well?
Yes, he features prominently in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, in that publication. What's it called again? Branston Magazine?
That's right. Inspector Gregson and Mr. Holmes enjoy a wonderful, friendly rivalry. yeah, you know what I mean.
Really? You rival the great Mr. Sholmes? That's incredible! We hate him!
Oh no.
Oh, I hate him too. Well, I don't know about that. Mr. Sholmes isn't a professional like myself, of course. But he does come up with the goods from time to time.
Mr. Holmes is equally complimentary about you, Inspector, isn't he? Mr. Holmes is equally complimentary about you, Inspector, isn't he? You've earned his highest praise. Senpai loves you. Gregson is a pickle of a bad lot. Of all the Scotland Yarders, those were his own words.
That's his highest praise?
Well, Mr. Shum isn't particularly known for giving compliments, you see.
That he is not. And thanks to that magazine, my name's known all over London town now.
That's great, isn't it?
Huh. I have to admit that to start with, I was a little flattered by it all. Everyone wanted to shake my hand, and my reputation at the yard went through the roof.
Well, that's wonderful.
No, it is not! There is nothing more sinister than the man on the street. People are always looking at me now. They're whispering rumors about me under their breath, I'm sure.
Rumors?
Are you quite sure?
He's changed since he started appearing in those stories. The fame's gone to his head, and stuff like that.
Gosh, do you really think people are saying such mean-spirited things about you?
Like I said, they whisper. So I can't catch exactly what they're saying, but I know what folks are like. I'm sure that's what they're saying. As sure as eggs is eggs.
Yeah!
Yay!
Just like eggies.
Yeah!
I'm sorry, Zayon, he said it.
Uh,
Oh my god!
of course,
Thank
we're talking about Sholmes, so we're also talking about eggs.
Oh my god, it all comes full circle. I'm sorry, Zayon.
I didn't have
I've
to
been
be here.
I've been set up by myself by insisting I need to be Gregson.
Yeah.
Eggs.
Eggs?
I keep thinking that this detective could be very hard. Okay, now I see why they're rivals.
Oh dear, perhaps a certain race to fame does change people.
No.
We've
No.
already talked about this.
Are you perhaps Penelope?
No.
Yes, I am Inspector Gregson. I like fish
Yeah.
and chips.
Yeah, fishies.
Yeah, just like the thing I sent to Falcon and Zeon.
Yeah.
You didn't send it to me?
I could, but I don't think you want to see it.
No.
What, the fish? What's wrong with the fish?
Okay, let me send it to you. You brought this upon yourself.
I mean, how bad could it possibly... Oh my goodness! Squidward! What the fuck?
Let me see. Let me see. I want to see.
No, I
I
can
appreciate that it's at least not explicit.
I mean, semi.
I was even gonna joke about, well, now that we're talking about it, you have to show it on the stream. I would probably not put this on the stream. That might be a little too risky.
I mean, it's from a visual novel, so.
Yeah, but we're not playing that visual novel.
Oh, I know which one, babe. No, yeah.
Thanks for the warning, Falcon. I appreciate it.
Oh no.
Okay, now we can continue. So, about the case that the Lord Chief Justice mentioned before.
Nothing to tell, really. As far as we're concerned at the Yard, it couldn't be simpler.
Oh dear, that probably means that as far as we're concerned as lawyers, it couldn't be more complicated.
I wish you were wrong about that, but I have a nasty feeling you're right.
A young woman was walking along the pavement on Briar Road when she was stabbed from behind.
Oh no.
Fortunately,
Not this-
it wasn't fatal, but she's still laid up in the hospital, unconscious.
No. That's despicable. What sort of coward would attack the poor woman from behind? Not the stabby stabbies.
I suppose you would have finished wherever it was with a successful takedown, would you?
That is neither here nor there, Mr. Naruhiro.
Raise yourself in, it's okay, you ain't going to her now!
Anyway, after something of a whirlwind investigation, the criminal was arrested. He barely had time for a cup of tea after the incident took place, to be honest.
Oh no, he didn't drink his tea.
Yeah. Fireworks. So there must have been something left at the scene that led you directly to the culprit?
Yeah, he was the closest person. We just arrested him.
Oh.
Or perhaps a
Usually works.
reliable witness. Could he recognize the person in question?
Yeah, he saw them at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Let me stop you right there. You're wasting your time on this one.
Sorry?
There's nothing you can do. There's no way to help the bloke now.
Why ever not?
Simple. The prosecutor that's been assigned to this trial tomorrow is Lord Barrack Van Zeeks.
I literally just won against him.
Yay, say
You fucking what? Sounds like you've heard of him then.
But you didn't hear from me!
Oh yes, we are very familiar with Lurban 6.
We're besties.
Yeah. Believed to be the cutest harbinger of their death itself. Yeah. Yeah, good.
Reaper of the Bailey. No!
Not again! Sebby!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I even saw how the. So what happened? Did it automatically select the new one and you went down to go to
Yes!
the new one, or did it? Okay, I figured it was either that or it was selected for like a short time and then it defaulted back to the top. Either way, man, that would be scummy. You were paying too much attention.
Yeah, but at least he had the egg line again. So that's nice.
Yes.
The greatest.
Yeah,
Ukraine
like
Chronicles,
here,
but in
it
the
defaulted again to what I clicked.
Well, that makes sense. You clicked it on Inspector Gregson.
Lord Baron Van Zeeks, who faced in court just yesterday.
Mr. McGuilty told us about him before the trial, didn't he?
Please don't. God damn it.
Oh,
This
say
is Lord
again,
Barrack Van
say again,
Zeeks.
say again.
I don't think he actually speaks this time.
When Van Zeeks
But now
stands
you know
for,
what he looks like.
for the prosecution, he kind of looks like Zion too. They call the accused
Yeah.
sacrificial lambs.
We're
In
not
every
sure whether or
single-
not he's a vampire.
He has very Castlevania vibes, yeah. And in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. This Reaper of the Bailey nickname, I suppose he's earned it because every defendant she advocates against his found guilty, is that it? Except for me.
Except
Well,
for me.
that's a
You know
case.
why?
Because I'm an angel.
Did you inform me, Inspector, that in yesterday's trial against Luckerman 6, Mr. Naruhodo secured a verdict of non-guilty? Even if the guy was named guilty.
And what of it?
Oh, well, I think... that means that even against the Reaper of the Bailey, it's not impossible to save the defendant.
No. You really don't have a clue, do you?
What do you mean?
What happened to that bloke in the end, eh? He's dead.
Ah, it's just a detail.
Magnus McGilded came a cropper in the... Let me try that again. Magnus McGilded came a cropper in that omnibus when it went up in flames. So you can't rightly say you saved the defendant, can you?
What are you saying?
Look, if Van Zix could get the dirt to stick on everyone, he'd be a miracle worker. But that's not how it goes. He doesn't work miracles. He works magic. Black magic.
Oh no.
I'd have a good long think about that if I were you.
Are you really supposed to believe that? A witch! Nope.
Oh no. Taeyeon, are you a witchy?
We'll see, I guess.
Right. Well, I filled you in as requested, and I'm very nearly out of chips. If I run out of chips, I'll fucking die. So I'll be headed back to
No.
the crime scene now. We're still carrying out a few investigations there.
Oh, it was Prior Road, you said, didn't you? Where the incident took place.
That's correct, ma'am. And if you head there to the holding cells, you can meet the criminal himself.
You've branded him a criminal already?
Well, he stabbed a
The bitch.
He's a
he's as good as. Shaking like a leaf in his cell, he is. It'll give you a chuckle, if nothing else. He's inmate 53. Speak to the jailer and he'll show you the way.
Inmate 53. Thank you.
Stab the bitch. Stab the bitch.
I feel like Gregson
Yeah.
actually would say that.
So there's no helping anyone against the Reaper of the Bailey, they say.
Is something troubled you, Mr. Naruto?
Mm.
To tell you the truth, when I recall the trial yesterday, I can't stop myself from shaking. The idea of facing the Reaper in court again is,
What?
well, if you think it's too much for you, there's no shame in turning the case down. That takes courage too.
But if the man they've arrested is innocent, you could well imagine if he would be shaking like a leaf in his cell. And he for one wouldn't find the sight of that funny. If I'm honest, I'm still reeling from the shock of yesterday's event myself. And I'm really not sure if I'll be able to help this man, whoever he is. But I'd like to try, so I think I'm going to make some inquiries. Will you help?
You really think you had to ask?
The answer's no, silly.
After all, I am your diesel assistant.
Thank you. So then, shall we?
Yes, let's go.
Oh my god, it's my birthday still.
Yay!
The day
Happy
hasn't changed.
birthday! Happy birthday, kid! Yay!
So
Yay,
this is
Eggy!
What?
so this is where it happened. An AI scaled picture.
Oh no! Look, the hands are all weird. Look, it's me. Look, Mr. Naruto.
Considering when this game was developed, it probably is just a matter of not downscaling the assets.
Yeah, but
Look at that regulation, we don't have
maybe.
it.
Yeah, because it was
These
a
might be the
3DS game.
originals. Yeah.
I'm not sure because you know that the letters are a bit weird.
No,
They do look
Yeah.
a little weird.
it's a yai. No, that sucks.
I mean, for upscaling, it's kind of fine, I guess. I don't know.
Upscaling is honestly fine. As long as it's not generating anything, that's the drawing line for me.
Yeah. The men of Scotland Yard are hot, and they're investigating as we speak.
Man, I'm so hot.
fucking gay, dude.
Yeah.
You know that's their job.
Big hot? But Mr. Naruto,
Mommy,
see one with my own eyes. Oh my
please
god.
take my jacket off. I'm too hot.
They're often depicted with big muscles in the adventure of Sherlock Holmes, but I've never dreamt I've ever come this close.
I must say
So
what
it's gonna be great when we learn who is the author of these adventures.
Yes,
Well-
it's Yowie.
I mean, when I was in London and I saw Scotland Yard, I was like, oh, it's the place from Professor Layton.
Wow.
It's a real Bobby's helmet.
What? The helmet?
Of course, I have to try on one day.
Well, I hope your happy dreams come true.
Yeah, hatties.
I don't see Inspector Gregson anywhere. Shall we see if we can sneak past and investigate the scene of the stabbing?
Why should we sneak?
I don't want to upset one of those bobbies and be batted on the head by one of those metal helmets. My skull would crack in too, I'm sure.
Oh no, an English Bobby would never do such a thing. This is a land of gentlemen, you know. By the way, babe, look at my reactive.
Right. Where is it?
Why are you a puffer?
What?
It's a bird. It's saying, ah!
Oh, it's a patoo.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a little bird. It's the one that eats in the box, babe.
Yeah!
The one I said. He's
Aw.
angry because he wants a fry and a burger.
And Zayon is just in the snow. We can't even see Zayon.
Yeah, you might consider moving the reactives a little to the left.
Yeah. Or you can put them on top, babe. Yeah. So that we can
No.
see all the flips.
Zayon deserves to be in the snow.
No, why? Oh, that's a Scotland Yard carriage.
how much I rushed to make it to this.
They use vehicles like that to rush to crime scenes and cart away criminals.
You're very well informed, aren't you?
Avocados from Mexico.
Avocados from Mexico.
Mexico.
Avocados from Mexico.
Avocados
Avocados from Mexico.
Yeah.
Avocados from Mexico.
Avocados.
Oh my god! How many points do you have?
Yeah. Ah.
Oh my god.
Avocados from Mexico.
Mexico. Yeah.
You could have used the points to pet me, but no, you wanted to go to Mexico.
To be fair, you did leave Zayon in the snow.
Ah. Come to Mexico, Sayan. I'll keep you close.
Well, just pick up a stone and throw it through one of the windows then.
Yeah, vandalism. But that would mean arrested in order to ride it. I kinda want to, but wouldn't it? Still, if it's the only way, help me find a good stone.
I love Susanoo so much.
No! I wasn't serious.
Look, it's Matt. What a delightful Matt.
I didn't realize the English had a tradition of making snowmen as well. It looks a little creepy
No, it's
though.
not a. It's not a snowman.
Avocados from Mexico.
Oh my
He
god.
can't talk to him. He has a scarf. Look.
Avocados from Mexico,
Oh,
avocados from
no.
Mexico, avocados from Mexico, avocados from Mexico.
Oh no. No! Oh, the avocados!
You need one if you were out in this freezing cold all the time. I wish I had one.
I'm afraid our budget is somewhat frozen at the moment. And one too. We certainly can't afford a scarf. It's frozen, so we have to let it go.
Surely there's no one here wouldn't miss this.
But the person who made the Captain Cockatoo certainly would.
Yeah, I know, you're
Yeah.
right. Okay, anyway, even if I bought it, it wouldn't do much to wear my neck, would it? It's covered in snow.
William Robbins? Oh my god, William Robbins!
This patch of paving must be where the incident occurred.
Yes, it's a very wide open space, isn't it?
That's true. I can't see anywhere an attacker would have been hiding.
Oi! What are you foreigners doing here? Conspiring with that mustache fella from Japan, are you?
Conspiring?
Come here to destroy evidence, have you? Get out of here before I give you an Aiden. Give you an Aiden. An Aiden? Is he unexplained?
Hiding.
A hiding,
I love
basically.
Oh, they're gonna hide them. Like,
Smack you silly.
oh,
He should have waited like he should have waited.
oh, like tanning.
Yeah, you hit someone that hard or that repeatedly, their skin turns to leather.
That sounds
Yes.
kind of hot.
Yes, we should
Right,
give
and
him
I mean
a
temperature.
wiper, I think.
Jay!
A bird.
Did you know you can cook a chicken like that?
By slapping it?
I imagine eventually, yeah, because slowly you would cook it with each tiny bit of heat energy caused by the flap.
It also apparently tastes like shit prepared like that.
Yes, I'd imagine it would.
How can I? Oh my god. No, I wanted to see if there's something.
British, look! A British bicycle, I mean. Also, the wheel is so misshapen. I'm sure it couldn't possibly be ridden anymore.
Someone must have been doing some breakneck cycling.
It seems bicycles have become extremely popular in London recently. I like bicycles. There's even a movement to change women's dress to allow them to ride as well. Yes, let women ride on a fursuit.
The bicycle fad won't last. I don't see why anyone would want to ride something like that.
Goodness, do you dislike bicycles?
Bicycles kill my grandma, okay?
No.
No, not at all. I mean, it's not that I dislike them exactly. It's just that any occupation that involves taking both of your feet off firm ground seems reckless. If you'd ever tried walking on stilts and fall into a river, I know you'd agree with me. Rinnosuke, what the fuck?
We'll have to have a bicycle sometime. You can sit behind me while I ride you around. You can sit on the steering bar. This is rather typical old brick building, isn't it? I'm sure it has a long and interesting history. Maybe
Well, thanks,
Skelly
look.
lived here.
Yeah, well, Tom certainly does seem to have taken its toll on the place. It's crooked and sliding all over. In fact, it looks in decidedly worse shape than any other houses around here.
We must find some cheap lodgings ourselves as soon as possible. An Airbnb,
Yes, you're
maybe.
right. Cheap, but ideally with reasonable level floors. There are piles of snow on the pavement here and there, but the road itself is covered in carriage tracks.
It seems carriages often travel down Briar Road. It soon disperses all the snow.
I slipped over when I was walking down the pavement over here. It seems like it would be far safer to walk on the road instead.
Oh, but you're rather small, Mr. Narukodo, and dressed all in black. Or a coachman might not see you, and you could be flattened by horses, like a tortilla, or a stroopwafel.
Well, thank you for the rather small concern. I actually have stroopwafels on the floor.
Yeah, give me one, babe. Even if it's on the floor, I want your stroopwafels. Yeah.
Mommy, I'm still hot.
Yeah.
That's one of the officers from Scotland Yard. The police are making sure the crime is undisturbed. I have a feeling that if we wander too close, we'll be clapped in irons.
I think perhaps you're being a little overcautious. We've done nothing wrong, so we have no cause for concern.
Oh no, I'm not getting cut out again. Twice is enough. Twice I found myself in the handcuffs despite not knowing a thing about what was going on.
But that's kinky. Yes, you've had some breathful experiences. Being tied up and all that. I'm sure it's that wide-eyed look of panic you're so prone to. It does not favors to you at all.
Ugh.
Yay.
I keep clicking.
Yeah,
Oh, I
by
just
accident.
noticed the name says William Robbins. I was wondering what you said
Yeah.
there earlier, fucking.
Yeah, it is William Robbins.
Like, what? Where's Robin Williams? I'm very confused.
Oh my god, you're right, it's backwards. Robin Williams? Or William Robbins? Wait, I'm confused. No, what is it? The name?
The actor's name was Robin Williams.
Yay!
Rest
Okay,
in
wait,
peace.
Oh, yeah, he was an awesome actor. I really like his voice in the TV.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's still my birthday, by the way.
Yeah.
It's-
So these are British prison cells.
Oh, they're ghastly. It just feels like a Dungeon and Dragons. Yay!
Yes, and having experienced in Japan myself, I can assure you that our wooden cells feel a lot cozier than these cold stone bones.
Oh, don't, Mr. Naruhodo. You're making it seem worse.
Apparently, our client is in this cell here, but it's so dark at the back there. I can't make him out. I wonder what he's like.
Zayon, do you want to be this particular bailiff?
Sure. Inmate 53, your legal representative is here to see you.
Yeah.
Stop hiding at the back of the cell and show your face at once.
Am I?
Oh no.
Am I a cat? As yet with no name?
Pizza, yeah.
Calling me by a number! It's utterly unbelievable! Unbelievably, unjustly unreasonable! I refuse to answer!
Mr. Naruhodo, what? What do you think is going on here?
Racism.
No. Not the racism.
That Daredevil complaints was in Japanese. He doesn't look Japanese at all. He has a mustache.
His eyebrows. They look drawn.
Quiet!
They're all around, hiding. I know they are. They're watching, listening. Even now, I can sense it.
Right, so could I ask you what...
They're there you are. You've come to curse me, haven't you? Don't try to hide it. You're a ghost.
Oh no.
Ghost?
We mean you no harm, Prisoner San.
He's
Are you-
Anderson.
Japanese, by any chance?
They found me out.
No.
This is
Sparta!
beyond my wildest dreams.
Yeah.
You're no one. No.
Forgive me for that outburst before. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's fine. We were just a little surprised. That's all.
Imagine it! It's been 12 long months since I've left my hometown, and here I am, in a frightful fix in a foreign land! So hearing the sweet, sentimental tones of a compatriot's voice here in this damp, dark hellhole was a most monumentally moving moment! Very bad time to stutter.
Who could have guessed that this new client with Stronghold assigned to us would turn out to be a fellow Japanese?
Ah. What compassion my fellow countrymen show! To dispatch a first-class lawyer all the way from Japan to defend a mere foreign student. Noble, nurturing, never failing, Nippon!
In first class lawyer? Oh dear. I think there's been something of a misunderstanding here.
I wonder, would you be so kind as to tell us what happened?
I killed a man.
Oh, yay!
I stabbed the bitch.
Yay! Stabby, stabby! Yay! What do you mean detained as a suspect, for example?
Yes, yes, I can, I will. Shunt, stay sullen and silent.
Yay! I'm not quite sure I understand what he means, but seems happy.
Yes, he does. I just hope he actually has a good reason to be. Thank you for your cooperation. Yeah? What does it say? I heard something.
Jaehyun, Jaehyun.
Okay, I'm on here, as you said. My name is Ryanosuke Naruhodo.
And I am Mr. Naruhodo-san's judicial assistant, Susatomi Kotoba.
I am a visiting student sent here by our government. Notably, notoriously named Natsume! Sasaki Natsume. Yes! Yes! The symbol of one of our great empire's first-rate lawyers! Which means, of course, you'll stand by my side! You'll defend me!
Oh, no, sorry, that wasn't me showing it to you.
Oh. Then why else would you show me that?
Oops, I hindsight probably wasn't the best idea.
Oh, look, babe, it looks like my crazy face.
Yeah!
From the model. Yeah. Hi, Jaehyun. What you doing?
I sound.
Bye. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
You have a nice piss day on.
Yeah. Where is this kitty? You want an eggy? Eggy. 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 Eggy.
As soon as you set foot in Britain, Falcon, I'm setting you on fire.
I mean, he technically,
Yeah.
Be sure to record it.
I mean, he was technically in London for like 2 hours and...
Sadly, it takes me 4 hours to get to London. That's the only thing that spared his life.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to leave an egg next time.
Just a random
Yes,
egg in the middle of London.
Yeah, I'm gonna paint it. It's going to be like an Easter egg, and it's going to say for the skelly. Yeah, and inside it's going to have another eggy.
Call me Soseki, please. I'm a poet, you see. A writer of haiku. It's something of a nom de plume.
If you're-
Nom de plume.
If you want the correct pronunciation, is nom de plume.
Non de plume.
A nom de plume.
Yeah.
Ah, nom de plume. You mean an alias?
That's right, Naruto-san.
No! Don't be so prosaic! It's much more refined than that!
And haiku,
Frozen?
that it really reminds me of home. Nom de-
Did I hear you say that you were a visiting student sent over here by the government?
Yes, that's right. A year ago, I was told to go and study English.
Yeah,
First, I had to
English.
suffer that misery, and now this! It's beyond the pale!
The pale. Seiyan, the pale.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Suffer.
I want to go study the Pale.
She doesn't want to study.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I've had an interest in Great Britain for some years, of course.
Oh.
But! Just because the government tells you to do something, does it mean you can do it? No!
What do you mean?
If they told me to study English literature, that I could have understood. That's my field. But no, they told me to study the English language.
Yeah.
Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly, unreasonable!
Yeah, that's fair.
I see.
Only the other day, I was told to send a report about my first year here. I tendered a blank piece of paper. Wise words on, wait, washi!
But you must be a man of great standing.
Oh, yes! So I'm often told.
I'd often like to be told, it seems.
You perhaps tell us exactly what you've been arrested, Suseki-san?
Oh, I stabbed the bitch. I mean, I didn't do it! I didn't commit that atrocious murder!
Stab that bitch. Stab that bitch. Murder!
Oh, no, it's all right. The woman didn't actually die, did she? But she was stabbed with a knife right before my eyes!
Before your eyes? You mean you saw the attacker?
I didn't see anyone.
Huh?
If I'd seen the person who did it, do you think I'd be locked up in here?
Oh dear, it seems this case is becoming rather complicated.
Why me? Why me? Why did that silly woman have to be stabbed in front of me? It's the curse of London. It's incredibly, inexcusably, irritatingly inconvenient.
So Seleki-san was there at the scene, but he didn't see the attacker.
It's vital that we find more about the case. By the way, baby, I want to send you something very important.
It
Oh,
was an
no.
accursed evening, just after the snow had started to clear and heavy with the fog. I'd been to the bookshop to buy some books, and I was on my way back to my accursed lodgings.
Sure, the bookshop wasn't a curse, too.
As I was walking along that accursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman, wearing a green overcoat she was,
And just as I went to overtake her,
A woman.
she suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet.
Oh my god.
Oh, terrible.
I called out to the woman, but she didn't move. It was like a ghostly, ghoulish, grim graveyard.
Slight exaggerating there, perhaps?
I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran as fast as my legs would carry me back to my accursed lodgings.
That's not good.
They'll say it was shameful, I know, to run away like that.
Tell me, Suzuki-san, was the victim an acquaintance of yours?
Don't be ridiculous! Do you think I know any of these fair-haired English? And a young woman at that!
He's gay!
I'm diffident, shy, timid, unsure! I can't talk to people!
He's a virgin!
Yeah.
And at the time it happened, who else did you see nearby? Did anybody pass you?
Regrettably, apart from myself and the woman, I didn't see a soul.
No one? Oh, great.
So the victim was known to you, and there was nobody else on the street at the time. That creates something of a conundrum, doesn't it?
What conundrum? The conundrum. What do you mean? What's the conundrum?
Well, if that Suzuki-san has just told us is true, if what he has told us is true, there's something I can't explain. He says that he didn't know the victim, and that there was no one else at the scene. Then he apparently fled without having been seen.
I did!
But if that's the case... Sure, this man has to be the culprit?
Oh! You! What did you just say?
Nothing, I didn't say anything! Oops, perhaps I felt a little too loudly.
Actually, that's not what was troubling me. What I was thinking was, how did Suzuki-san actually came to be arrested?
Sorry?
He didn't touch the victim, and there was nobody at the scene to see him. So how did the police ever discover that he was there in the first place?
Oh yes, she's right.
It was him. That accursed great detective. He led me to the police. He led the police to me.
Zale, always with the Japanese. What do you have? what do you have against the Japanese?
Can't a guy just be a little racist? Come on.
A little racist message.
What are you gonna do? Cancel me for being racist now?
Yeah.
Can't be anything these days.
Damn, this Coliseum changed you.
Oh my god, it was Measurehead.
Of all the bad luck.
Okay, squid. Oh no.
I shall never forget that man's name as long as I live. With his haughty laugh and his self-proclaimed greatness.
Goodness.
Brash, big-headed, busybody, be gone! May you be cursed until the end of your days, Hairlock Sholmes!
I knew it!
Oh no, another yellow mugs. Mr. Sholmes?
Hairlock Sholmes. Well, I didn't expect to hear that name from this man's lips, that's for sure.
It was the morning after the nightmare had unfolded on the pavement before me. I was gnawing on a sliver of hard cheese, when some man suddenly burst in through the door.
Another cheese.
They started shouting at me! This is the police! Put the weapon down! Yes, it was a thin sliver, and yes, it was hard, but I wasn't eating a weapon!
Yeah.
Disgustingly dietary discrimination devils!
You clearly had trying morning yesterday.
And there he was, in the middle of all the policemen, grinning like a Cheshire cat. That Herlock Sholmes!
Oh my god, is he free?
It's actually just Sherlock Holmes. He's English.
Oh, he's English?
Yeah.
I've since found out that he's a famous name in detection here in London. I almost read that as detention.
I'm insane.
Yes. The great detective is really very well known.
Akechi?
A catchy!
Yeah.
And his overly sharp mind managed to deduce my whereabouts, apparently. He thinks I'm the knife-wielding madman! Me? This weak, stupid kitten of a man!
Aww. Yes,
I
you're
will- I wonder what's going to deduction person needs confusion.
You mean to say that Mr. Sean's deduction was the only reason the police arrested you? That would be really most unreasonable.
Well, the thing is, I was thrown into a panic when they barged their way in.
Of course you were. That's only natural.
I was terrified and trembling, and they kept throwing question after question at me, in impossible English. Fiendish, foreign, film flabbery!
Well, we are in England. You can't really blame them for questioning you in English.
Good point, good point. But my mind went blank. I knew I had to answer, but I didn't know what to say. So I just kept repeating things like, yes, I do, and I'm fine. The next thing I knew, I was in manacles, and before I knew it, I was thrown in here.
Hmm. Oh dear, I'm afraid that's hardly surprising.
I'm fine? He's not fine now.
My name's Saseki Natsume, and I'm fine! Mr. Naruhodo Esquire!
Oh, you can just call me Naruhodo. When we're speaking English, a simple mystery is more than enough.
Oh, yes, alright, yes, they've really got to me. This country is poisoning my mind. But please, I beg you to defend me in court tomorrow. You can't tell them what really happened. You'll do it, won't you?
No.
Oh, you can tell them what really happened. Why? Why? Why is it so hard to say yes to me?
Well, the thing is, I'm just a student like yourself, honest editor.
A student.
I have defended a case in the Old Bailey, only the one though. But at this moment in time, I really don't know what I'm supposed to believe in. I'm confused about what justice in this country even means.
What?
Oh, Naruhodo-san.
I'm not even the foreign student who is supposed to be here. I'm sort of a locum lawyer, I suppose.
Yay, local lawyer.
But that armband, that's the mark of a defense lawyer from our great empire!
It's a keepsake from the man who should have been here. He was my roommate.
Oh my god, you were roommates? A keepsake. I know exactly what they're saying about me.
Oh, what do you mean?
The lawyers, all the British defense lawyers, they won't defend me.
Goodness. What way did you say that?
For the same reason as you noted before, when it happened. There was only the victim and myself around, and I ran away from the scene of the crime. I'm not a fool. I know it looks as though I must be the culprit.
It must be very hard for you, Soseki-san.
And anyway, I'm a student from overseas.
He looks like 50.
He probably is. I'm just a foreign nobody to them. Someone not to be trusted. I heard them openly laughing about me before, in my earshot, without any compunction at all. Any trial for this man would be a waste of time, they said. And of course the foreigner did it. They even had the gall to say the man doesn't understand half of what's being said anyway.
That's awful.
They're wrong! I've studied more English than half the policemen out there on the streets! I've traveled halfway around the world to learn about these people's country and its great history! But no one here wants to listen to a man with a strange accent. They all hate me. So, at the very least, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who can listen to me in my native tongue. You could do it, couldn't you? When I look into your eyes, I can see it. I can see what you've been through.
Soseki-san, it's just that
Let me see your face.
give me a little time, please.
Hmm?
I'll do what I can for the time being.
What do you mean?
We shall investigate the case as thoroughly as possible. If we can find some clues, it will give us a much better chance, I'm sure.
Oh, yes, yes, thank you. I'll be here, all alone, waiting for you. Locum student Mr. Naruharu Esquire.
We have a case to prepare for.
I fucking love this guy so much.
He's amazing.
Fun fact, by the way, this was a real person.
Oh,
And and in order to get the rights to use this character for the game, the people in charge of like his likeness basically said, "Hey, make sure you depict his time in England as the worst moments of his life," because that was what he said about it.
Oh my god.
It's
Aw.
great.
But I mean, it's great. He had a bad time. It's great.
Yeah, well, no, the character's great. What he goes through is not.
No.
What's the Japanese delegation doing here?
Inspector Gregson.
This isn't one of the tourist trail, as I'm fairly sure you're well aware.
Yes, of course. We're here to investigate.
So you've come to the holding cells then? What'd you make of the criminal?
He's not a criminal as you put it, Inspector. He's a suspect.
We'll see about that. You Japanese like to stick together, I suppose. Well, do what you will. It doesn't bother me. The bloke's in court tomorrow and whatever happens, and the verdict's a foregone conclusion.
Oh, the stone cold air of rejection.
Take heart. London at this time of year is full of stone cold air.
That makes it worse somehow.
Tell me about Scotland Yard, Inspector. Ever since I read about it in the muscular adventures of Sherlock Holmes, I've been fascinated by the place.
I was muscular too, you know. The Yard is the most sophisticated policing organization you'll find anywhere in the world, ma'am.
Oh, and I've always dreamt of wearing a real Bobby's helmet.
It does make them look the part, seeing that policeman there with his helmet on. You said look.
Mommy, I'm still hot.
In this instance, he's a man who will take no nonsense in his duty protecting the city.
Oh yes, doesn't he look wonderful?
Being a London Bobby is hard going, I can tell you.
Oh really?
First thing in the morning, you know what he does? He goes round and rouses all the laborers on his beat so they can get off to work.
What? He wakes people up?
Yep. Raps on the windows with a long pole. Did it myself, going a bit back.
I had no idea.
The Bobby works for the people of the town. It's just another one of his duties. After that, he starts tirelessly patrolling on the streets all day long. He has to cover 20 miles a day. That's the regulation distance.
I can't really imagine how far that is, but it sounds like a long way.
Let me see. 20 miles. That's approximately the distance from Tokyo to Yokohama.
On foot? That's definitely taking things a step too far.
And when it gets dark, of course, he has the important job of lighting all the gas street lamps.
Oh my.
And I suppose in between all of those duties, Bobbies are expected to investigate cases as well.
And chase after criminals trying to evade the law.
I'm not sure you could call it in between exactly. More alongside. But yes. They're expected to handle those jobs as well. We do have men keeling over from time to time, I admit.
I always dreamt of wearing one of those helmets, as I said.
It's just such a
I want a
please.
helmet! But I want a Bobby helmet. But it's with a heavy heart that I shall have to relinquish that dream to you, Mr. Naruto.
I shall wear it with pride.
Your heavy heart will be my heavy head if you do.
It happened around 5 in the evening, 2 days ago. Just there, on that open bit of pavement. The victim, a young woman, was stabbed with a blade from behind.
Is it right that the lady's still unconscious now? You mentioned that she's being treated at the hospital.
I never said she was a lady.
Hmm.
Truth is, unless she comes around pretty smartish, we won't be able to find out much about her at all.
I suppose that means they haven't been able to take a statement from her, of course.
Here's a map of the local area I happen to have on me. You can take it if you want.
Yeah, Google Maps.
It's the odd policy to give lawyers defended suspects the odd bit of information to go on.
I haven't actually accepted the job yet, but still.
Thank you, Inspector. We gratefully accept.
Anyway, as far as we know, there was no one else on the scene other than the victim and your fellow countrymen. So, who did it, do you think? Not much of a head scratcher, is it?
It's like how the game is fitting my overlay because of the snow. Well, I know Mr. Natsume is also claiming to not have seen anyone else, but
Oh no, it doesn't mean we can be sure that. But just because he didn't see anyone, it doesn't mean we can be sure that nobody else was present.
I'm sorry to have to tell you, but we most certainly can be sure. Sorry, I got distracted by some noises going on.
Ye- How?
Because, ma'am, the precise moments of the stabbing didn't go unnoticed.
What?
We have two very reliable witnesses, no less.
So more characters to voice?
It was a typical foggy London day, and your clients obviously didn't see them.
Oh no, not a fucky London day, no.
It's a fucking-
No. No, not one of those days, no.
What dude, this is Inspector?
A fellow and his wife, and the man's one of the most reliable and respected citizens in all of London. He's a copper from Scotland Yard.
Policeman? That might change things.
And this policeman just happened to be there at the exact moment the woman was attacked?
Nothing peculiar about that, ma'am. Part and parcel of being a bobby, catching them banging the act and all that.
Catching them, sorry. Do you think maybe possible that they banged each
Did I not just tell you that? Be my guest.
Be my
You can
guest.
ask him what you like. In court tomorrow.
Oh,
I've no doubt he'll be summoned as a witness. So that'll give you something to look forward to.
that's it. He's got no intention of letting us meet the man beforehand, it seems.
Policeman witnessed the incident. As your judicial assistant, I must warn you that this could make our job very difficult indeed.
I would have
Yes,
never guessed.
A non-judicial assistant, I could have hugged me out that too. I guess one more thing, Inspector.
What?
The person who led you to the suspect. I hear that that was Mr. Howlock Sholmes.
What are you bringing him up for?
Was it something I said? The color has turned from his cheeks. He's even more white now.
Oh.
Who did you hear that name from?
Oh, well, it was from Mr. Natsume who mentioned it. He said that Mr. Sholmes was the police, with the police when they entered his lodgings.
I'm sure it was a result of one of Mr. Shum's inspirational correct deductions.
Fiddle faddle! The man's an amateur, and I'm getting sick and tired of him showing his mug everywhere.
Oh, poor Zayan.
No. Hmm.
I don't know where he gets his information from, but he turns up at the scene of the crime, wanders around spouting incomprehensible rubbish, and before you know it, he claims to have solved the case.
He's quite astounding, isn't he?
He's a great help to Scotland Yard, though, isn't he?
Gibble gabble!
Hmm.
Ever seen this before?
No, yes, that's a Rent's magazine.
The wonderful publication in which the hot adventures of Sherlock Holmes appears.
Yes, well, that wonderful publication, as you put it, sees fit to include several of the yard's detectives in its stories. And the so-called great detective makes a mockery of all of us. If you ask anyone at the yard, it's a misadventure to be included in any of Sherlock Holmes' tale at all.
Well, I suppose there's an element of that.
We work our socks off, every one of us, only to be frumped by the public. Fucking. Only to be frumped by the public, thanks to that obnoxious detective. That man's as dangerous to us as Scotland Yard as he is to all our criminals.
Poor Zion, just.
I'm slowly becoming German or Russian.
Yeah.
Gregson is
Zion.
very slowly becoming Russian.
But yeah, poor Zion joined us just to get trashed out and not say anything.
Literally, I've been here for approach 2 hours. I've read like 10 lines, and the rest is just you guys shitting on me.
I
No.
I don't remember how much Sholmes appears in this case. I do know that he shows up though.
I probably won't be sticking around much longer because it's
Yeah.
approaching 11. I want to get
Understandable.
some of Laney's
Yeah.
birthday done.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking how much we should continue. I mean, we could technically make you leave now, Zayan, so you can have more time with Laney, and we would continue a bit just until the trial. I don't think there will be like much information until then, anyway.
I'm not in a rush. I was just letting you guys know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess we can like just continue until the trial starts and stop there.
Yeah.
Clearly, the great detective and the police have a complex relationship.
That twitchy Japanese bloke goes on trial tomorrow. Are you going to defend him or not?
Well,
Yeah, it looks like they're between like 3 days then 3 days in lethal. So now might actually be a good time for me to help.
yeah, so yeah.
We can probably just go ahead and stop at the end of this scene.
Okay, so
Makes no difference to me. But I will just say this. No London lawyer with assault would touch that case with a barge pole.
Zion is playing Little Company. Because the prosecution is being held by the Reaper of the Bailey, you mean?
There's no way to save the man now. It's a waste of time trying.
Quicken says, I am not happy. I want 2 photographs of motor car.
I want 2 photographs of motor car.
Mordecai. Yeah.
It's all a bit strange, though.
Sorry?
Oh, it is all a bit strange, though. The Reaper. He hasn't appeared in court for once for a good few years now.
Yes. We did hear something to that effect. Oh no.
And the only people he usually bothers with are the real scum. The master criminals. The violent ones.
Master criminals?
The violent ones?
That's right. He handpicks his victims. Only deals with those guaranteed to go to the gallows for the sin.
Mr. Desume wouldn't hang for what he's accused of, surely.
That's my point, Sunshine. Yes, the young woman was stabbed, but it didn't kill her. Couldn't even say there was the intent there. So this isn't the sort of case I'd be expecting the Reaper to want to sink his teeth into, for want of a better phrase.
Well, is it exactly a minor infection? Is it?
No, there's got to be more to it. Some reason he's taken an interest. Maybe he's racist.
Oh no. Really? What sort of reason, Inspector?
You think I can tell? You think I can tell what's going on inside that head of his? Inside the head of that Lord of Darkness? You'll have to ask him yourself at tomorrow's trial.
Are we really going to have to face the Reaper again? The Lord of Darkness, as he put it.
Also, hi, Rubbo.
I'm not sure. So...
Finally.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we're going to get any more useful information out of the detective.
Mr. Narukuro, can I make a suggestion?
Oh yes. So what is it?
Well, it seems to me that we must speak with him about this.
Yeah, it may actually be best if we end after this scene because I think we're actually about to go talk to Sholmes.
By him, do you mean Mr. Sholmes?
Yes, Mr. Tseyon, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
Look at those shiny eyes. You can't wait, can you? Well, Mr. Natsume did pay Mr. Sholmes for all this, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He really did. Which makes him an involved party in the case. Are you just going to ignore that? I hope not. I assure you, it's not simply my selfish desire to meet with the Skelly again. I mean,
Two
he
sausages
should
and
really-
it grows like 10 inches.
Yeah, it's Baker Street.
The trouble is, we have no idea of the messages inside. Oh, I actually was at Baker Street too. I think I have a picture. I think with the door.
You
from
could have talked to the Sherlock Sholmes.
Yeah. How'd you know that? Because it's in the book.
Are you voicing Cesaro now?
The most famous address in the world.
Oh, I see. Well, there's nothing to stop us from going, I suppose. Except to say I'm leaving.
Yay, Zion's house! Yay! Hurrah! I'll summon a carriage, and we'll go to the Skelly's house. Yeah.
So we're to have a reunion already with the great detective, Mr. Harold Schultz.
Reunion.
Poor Robotos just joined in, just at the end.
We're happy to have you, Robo.
Yeah.
Sorry, Robo, it's my fault.
No.
Technically, it's Laney's fault.
I was just about to say that.
It's not Lainey's fault. I do want to spend some time with her before I gotta go to bed.
No shade anywhere either way.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's
We might continue maybe next Saturday at the usual time.
At least we have a guarantee that Zeon will be speaking prominently, like close to immediately.
yeah.
Maybe.
And I have
there's a
good
chance that
news.
she's. There's a chance
Which
that
is
he's not
I'm
even
actually free next Saturday.
Yeah!
there. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I wonder who are we going to raid?
Are we gonna raid Sherlock Sholmes?
Yeah!
Yes.
I'll catch you guys around.
Have fun being a great asset.
See you, see you.
See
I'm
you,
good. Yeah.
Okay. I raid message happy birthday or whatever.
Yeah. Happy birth. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, lady.
Who told Laney she could have a birthday?
I don't know.
Oh
Like,
no.
who does she think she is?
Oh no. No.
Oh.
Actually. Lainey is a copy. Yes, she's a copy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for being with us, guys. Yeah.
Rain
fun.
now.